Good evening, everyone. We will be waiting for some others to join. We'll be starting in 5 minutes.
Hello.
Hello, welcome, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you, Aditya. Yeah, thanks for the rights. And just a quick tech. I just want to confirm my voice, sharing the screen and as well as my video. Yeah. Can you guys please confirm that?
Yes, sir, it's
Yes,
visible
sir.
completely.
And audio are completely.
Thank you. Thank you. So we are good to go, or do we need to wait for a few minutes?
So we are
So we are just starting in 2-3 minutes.
Definitely, definitely. Sure, for sure. Okay, all set. So in the meanwhile, maybe you can tell me something about you, or I mean, the branches you are choosing, the study mode you are into.
Yes, Prachi, please go ahead and introduce EduMinerva to sir. So I'm Jolly Parik, Dr. Jolly Parik from Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering.
Hi, ma'am.
Go, it's a pleasure to have you here for today's event, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for accepting the invitation. And we are
My
pleased to
pleasure.
have you over here. And this is EduMinerva is a society wherein the students organize events to help the other students to build up their resumes, to provide them guidance for resume writing, CV writing, and interview skills to improve their interview skills and all.
Super.
And they, whatever the current technology, they try to update the students with the current technologies. So we do occasionally we do organize such webinars wherein we invite the speakers to share their knowledge with our student fraternity, right? So
Great.
it's like a for the goodwill of the students only.
Super.
We work for their, that's the aim of the society. That okay, because the seniors they need to guide the juniors to be, for all
Correct.
the various things, right? That's how the things
Right.
go on in life. Yeah,
Great.
that's how.
Thank you, ma'am. In fact, I have seen
Today,
the other webinar posters as well. I mean, I got some free time, and that time I have seen, and it was, of course, awesome. Like I can see almost you are covering all of the required skills. That can be job interviews or resume skills,
Yeah.
technology. I have just gone through a bit.
Good evening,
It's great.
sir. Yes,
Good
sir.
evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, ma'am. Thanks a lot for your
Good
kind words. So, as just rightly mentioned, EduMinerva is not just limited to a few things. We are making sure that we are actually providing students with interpersonal skills as well as the technical skills. So,
Right.
thanks a lot for your words, ma'am.
Thank you.
That's okay. You're welcome. Welcome. And it's a good team. They really put in hard efforts, hard work to come up with a
Super.
new thing every time. So it's a good thing. I'm
Great
happy.
efforts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so Rupanshi, I think we can start. Everyone will join us meanwhile. Okay.
Sure. Maybe I'll give some introduction about me. Meanwhile, people can join.
Uh,
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. If you don't mind, sir, could you please spare us like 2 to 3 minutes so that we can introduce
Sure.
everyone?
Definitely. For
Thanks a
sure. Yeah.
lot, sir. So, Rupanshi, could you please hear me and present your screen? Is that fine?
Yes.
Sure.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yeah, so can I start?
Yes, Rupanshi, please start.
Talking about development, every informed person needs to know about cryptocurrencies because it might be one of the world's most important developments. Good afternoon to everyone. Today, I, Rupanshi, along with Aditya, on behalf of EduMinerva, welcome you all in this session. EduMinerva, founded in 2019, is a non-technical society of Bharati Vidyapeeth's College of Engineering. We believe that the right guidance and exposure provided at the right time can effortlessly pave anyone's way to a successful future. Our society aims to provide updates on competitions, conferences and journals, scholarships and fellowships, internships and trainings.
Let me tell you about the agenda for today's session. Understanding what blockchain is and how it is functions. Some examples of trend-based coins. You will also
Uh,
get to know why
excuse me.
are
Aditya, some issue with the voice. Maybe you need to be near to the mic.
I'll continue. No,
Yeah.
it's okay. Now, let me tell you about the agenda for today's session. First, we'll be understanding what blockchain is and how it is used in the functioning of cryptocurrencies. We'll also see some example of trend-based coins, and also we'll get to know why coins are beneficial and their advantages. The major concept of Dogecoin and the big Bitcoin will be told. Platforms for investing in coins and risk involved in trading coins. The session will give us a crystal clear view on the cryptocurrencies and its functioning.
Sure.
Now let me introduce you to the speaker. The speaker for the day is Mr. Premchand Kasi. He is an RPA and blockchain trainer in this fintech domain who is a chartered accountant and a company secretary. He possesses 4.5 years of experience in fintech domains, RPA and blockchain along with audit and compliances. He worked as a project manager to implement the digital workforce in Bahrain. Currently, he is working with the startup Stealth Mode and has won accolades for his contribution to digitalization and adoption to technologies.
Thank you.
Is Aditya there? Okay,
yes,
I'll continue. Okay.
we would, we would also like to welcome the presence of our head of department. We would also welcome our mentors, Dr. Jolly Parikh ma'am, Dr. Yugnanda Malhotra ma'am, who have been guiding us since the beginning. Without your efforts and guidance, it would have been impossible for us to have this session. Your presence means a lot to us, ma'am. The attendees may post their questions in the chat box. We will be taking them up at the end of the session, after which we will be have a fun quiz, and you will be giving a form which you will have to fill to get the certificates. Now, I request Mr. Painton sir to start the session.
Sure. Thank you, team, and thanks for the opportunity and thanks for the grand welcome. So just again, I'm sharing my screen. Can you please confirm once it is visible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It's
Yeah,
visible.
sure. So let's start the session. So basically, before discussing the agenda, so talking about the concept, this is something which everyone is talking about. Like in a day, we'll be hearing it up like the terms called Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency, or India is going to ban these cryptocurrency. These are the things which many of us are hearing on a daily basis. Yeah, and as someone rightly pointed out, this is I mean, having both the skills is relatively important. The interpersonal skills as well as the knowledge equipment that we have apart from our academics. Yeah, because this is something which is happening in the external world. Yeah, the domain experience that we have, the academic knowledge that we have is something all of us are having. All the engineers, all the CAs, all the other students, other professionals for that matter, are already having. But this is something which sets you apart from all your peers, stating that this guy knows something beyond the other guys. Agree with this? Yeah, so that can be blockchain, that can be RPA, that can be crypto, that can be any technical advancement, any technology term. If you know something on that, if you are able to speak clearly on the concept, you will get that early bird advantage. Yeah, so with that, let's start the session. So today I'm going to give you a introduction to, I'll not say complete thing, it's basically the introduction to these technologies. I can say first thing is blockchain and other thing is the cryptos. Yeah, so we're going to decipher how exactly this is functioning and why there is so much hype on all these technologies. And also I'll be answering a lot about why we need such a things. Yeah, I'll ask you a lot more questions during this session. Maybe you need to just give your views as yes, no, a kind of whatever you know. Yeah, I just want it to be somewhat interactive. Yeah, so are you guys with me? Can I get some yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can simply type or you can simply just say yes. Yeah, so that it will be more interactive. Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the power is lost, but okay, yeah, fine, I'm back. Okay, so with that, we'll be starting the session. So just to give you a brief introduction about me, I'm not a science student like many of you. I'm a chartered accountant and company secretary, which means I'm purely, I can say the finance point of view. Okay, the finance professional. Yeah, and majorly as told, I'll be dealing with these RPA and blockchain. When you say RPA, it means the robots and the robots in workplace. It's not the physical robots, it's the soft robots. Yeah, and you know what is the blockchain? That is something that you're going to learn in a very soon. And yes, I worked as a project manager for MNC in Bahrain. That's my previous job. And my hobby is to analyze these blockchain use cases. And till date, I have 198 plus such use cases on my own website, which I'll be sharing once the session is finished. Yeah. So with that, let me jump to the agenda for today. So I think this is something already discussed in the intro video. So we'll be discussing what exactly is blockchain. And here, I'll not be telling you in technical terms. Since we want to understand, since we want to visualize the concept, I'll make it so simple that we'll be discussing in a general English terms, okay, rather than more on the technical stuff or the technical jargon. And also, I'll explain you why we need to learn blockchain or why we need to have blockchain as a technology. It's not that we lack something. We already have a lot of technologies that can be cloud computing, QR code, even the faster settlements, everything was available. With a single mobile, you can do everything. But still, there is some lack in the internet, in the entire internet 1.0, I would say. So there is a lag, and to fill that particular gap, blockchain has come into picture. Yeah, that story is something I'm going to explain you so that you will understand why blockchain, and then we'll also discuss what is blockchain. Similarly, I'll also discuss with you why we need a cryptocurrency and what exactly is cryptocurrency. Yeah, I think these two are the core elements for today's discussion. And once we get a clarity on those two, we'll continue this discussion with how these cryptocurrencies are related to blockchain. What exactly is the Bitcoin blockchain, which means what exactly is Bitcoin? Why there is all hype? Why it is at $66,000? I mean, as of now it is 42, but why is it so? Why is it so increasing by leaps and bounds? So all those things we'll be discussing in that particular concept. Yeah, and then comes the core point: what is Dogecoin and how it is different from the Bitcoin, and what are the measures that we need to take while investing in Bitcoin, and where to invest in, how to invest in Bitcoin. And the last, I'll end with status of cryptocurrencies in India. So it seems to be a big agenda, but I'll make sure that I'll be covering it in the next 60 minutes or next 50 minutes for that matter. And with that, we'll go ahead. Yeah. So now I'm going to ask you a question. Okay. So, we have all other technology elements in practice, the cloud computing, the IoT, or the sort of mobile facilities, even Alexa is there, Google Mini is there, all sort of technologies are there right now in our own hand, correct? We can do anything using our mobile, PC, whatever, correct? If you want some money, you can get it, you can convert it, you can do whatever you want. But the entire internet has failed to give us two things. Can anyone tell me? Though we have these technology elements, there are two things which all these technologies have failed to give us. Can someone guess? Just two elements. To give the hint, I'll say the hint also. The first concept starts with letter S. The second thing starts with T. Two things no one is able to give to us. Which one?
Safety.
I can say security when they say safety. Perfect. The next guess? It starts with T. T for Taliban. Okay, any guess? Right. Second thing is the trust. Correct. So these two are the things which no technology has given us. I don't know whether my data is secure. I don't know whether my bank balance will be there with me. I don't know if you are showcasing something that you are so and so, or you have so and so money, or you have so and so worth. I don't know whether it is right or not. Correct. There is a lot of elements of fraud or manipulations of data happening in this internet era. When it is digital, it is more prone to modifications, frauds. Correct. So that's the first thing where internet has failed till date to provide us, which is security. Second thing is the trust. I don't want to rely you. If at all I want to believe you, what I need to do? Say, for example, you are telling I have so and so millions, or I am capable of doing so and so. How I can trust you? Unless I depend on a bank, unless I depend on an intermediary, maybe your college, maybe your bank. If at all you are showing some assets, I need to go to I can say the RTO, Register Authority, so that only I can believe you, right? So unless I depend on a third person, I'm not able to believe you. Correct? That's the second element, which is trust. Now we are talking about blockchain, which has come into picture to solve or to provide both of these things. Yeah, that's the importance blockchain is having right now, because it is solving which is unsolved till date. You can say from 1800, 1600, 1500 BC, whatever from the time. But till date, these two are the things which no technology has given us. But here we have blockchain, which has given us. Now, let us, since we understand why blockchain, let us understand what exactly is this. Before that, just to justify that we don't have security, just to justify that we don't have trust, let me show you some I can say news articles. Yeah, how many of you remember this? The hacks that are going in the world right now. Like you might be hearing, right? OTP has been stolen, bank cards has been stolen, the database has been stolen from LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Facebook for that matter. Correct? Have you heard any of these things? Maybe you can remember, recollect. I can say Zoom hack, which has happened in last year. where you can see millions and millions of databases of users has been stolen. Correct? You can even simply type whatever hack you have in your mind. Maybe I can say Air India hack, which has even came 3 to 4 months back. Correct? Can I get some yes? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So a lot of frauds are happening, right? In fact, to tell you, your particular email address, credit card number, mobile number, CVV, what I can say, the expiry date of your credit card, bank account number, bank balance, everything is sold on a dark web. Yeah. So just to tell you what exactly is dark web, it's a place where hackers will be able to sell the data for free sometimes, for a rupee sometimes, whatever ransom they want. Correct? So these are the various hacks that are happening in the current world, where you can say that you are never secure. You are never ever secure. See, just to see, I'm just showing you the Domino's hack, which says that 13 TB volume of data has been leaked on dark web. Definitely, yes, your numbers will be there, my numbers will be there, because we all use it Domino's at some point of time. I can say very few who doesn't know or who doesn't, who are not interested in ordering a pizza will be excluded from this. Correct? Similarly, Air India. I have traveled a lot of times. I know my data will be there. Similarly, some bank cards, SBI servers or ICICI or whatever, these also got into kind of hacking. Even the LinkedIn data. I think many of you, I can see when the post has been kept in the LinkedIn, I can see some of your comments. Even LinkedIn was hacked a lot of times. And yes, your data is already there in the dark web, put on a sale for absolutely zero, which means that your data is not at all worth. It's for free, distributed to all the hackers. Correct? So this is what the a scenario that we are into. No guarantee to our data, no trust that we can rely on when you are dealing with internet. Correct? Now blockchain is coming to solve these particular things and giving the trust and security back to us. Yeah. So that's the introduction, or that's the reason on why blockchain is so important and what is that blockchain is going to solve for us. Yeah. So did you guys get it? Or did I confuse something? Can I get some yes?
Yes, sir, we got it.
I'll see.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Super. Sorry, I forgot to see the chart. Yes, I can see Pegasus. Yes, it started through that way. Since the data is available on the dark web and they know whose data it is, they simply targeted few people, the prime ministers, the presidents, the actors, the even journalists for that matter. Correct. I think Abhinav, thanks for adding the Pegasus. Yeah, one more thing, Domino's. Perfect, guys. Thank you. I just missed to see the chart. Yeah, okay. So with that, since we know that why blockchain, now we'll see what exactly is blockchain. Now, just to give you a better understanding, I'll take a simple example in the next slide. Okay. Before that, let's just touch upon some basics. So what is blockchain? This is the question someone asked you. So that time, your visualization should be blockchain is nothing but a database. I think you all know what is the database, where records will be stored. As simple as that. Correct? So blockchain is also a database, but it has 3 unique qualities so that it is able to provide the so-called trust features. Well, blockchain is something which is transparent, which means that any information can be verifiable to the respective parties. Okay, that's called transparent. Second, which is secure. Exactly, this is what we are looking into. This is what we want from blockchain. So blockchain database is secure. Why it is secure? Because it uses some of the technology encryption concepts called SHA-256 mechanism. Just, I mean, if you are hearing it for the first time, please make a note of these technical terms because just we'll get the essence of blockchain. Okay, so blockchain is nothing but a database which is transparent, which means that anyone can verify the records on blockchain. That's the first thing. So due to that, it is giving us the trust. Second, it is so secure that no one can change the data. No one can access the data unless you are a party to the transaction. Yeah. So with this feature, it is giving us the element of security by hashing mechanism. Just remember this word hashing. Okay. And the third unique feature is called immutability, which means that a data once enters into the blockchain database can never be modified. Never be modified. Okay, unless we have certain other technologies which are coming in the future, which is called quantum computing. That's an exception. We'll not talk at this moment because we don't have that technology in existence. So as of now, blockchain is a kind of database which is so transparent that anyone can verify the data, which is so secure that no one can hack the data, which is immutable so that records can never be modified. Got it? So when someone asks you what exactly is blockchain, give these three terms. They'll understand the I can say the clarity you have on blockchain. So got it? Got it? Or this is something beyond the head? Or I mean, I'll definitely give you an example so that we'll be able to visualize in our own language. Why to deal with these technical terms? Great, great. Thank you for confirmation. Now, as promised, I'll give you an example to understand blockchain better so that you will be in a position to ask me the doubts also. And that will be a very good understanding to you all. Okay. Now, let me tell you an example. I have two examples in my screen where you can see a team of friends like us. I can say like us because I'm also a friend. Okay. And the next example is a business parties who are entering into some trade. I'll not take that example because I don't want. I'll go with the first example of a friends party. Well, so here comes my example to understand blockchain in a simple terms. Okay, so I think how many of you are here? We are, I think close to 30 people, right? Okay, so these 30 people, we 30 people, we are going for a Goa or for a any kind of vacation for that matter, and we don't know each other, which means that we don't trust each other. Okay, and the scenario is like we'll be spending a lot, right? I'll be spending for you all for a coffee. You will be spending for my breakfast. Correct? No, it's a common expenses we'll be incurring if we are in a vacation. Correct? No. So that way we are doing, and what we'll do normally at the end of our vacation, we'll segregate the balances. Okay, Prem has to pay to A this much, B this much, C this much, or C has to pay to D, E, F this so and so amount. Correct? No, this is what the practice we'll be doing, right? Can I get some yes? Correct.
Yes,
so
sir.
this is the way we'll so this is the way we'll be sharing our expenses, recording our expenses, and we'll be arriving at a conclusion stating that so and so amount needs to be settled. Correct. Now, what if we don't trust each other? I don't trust you because I have paid you, but you may tomorrow say that no, you haven't paid for me. I'm the loser. The same thing happens with you. You have spent for someone and they deny the fact because we are not related to each other. Assume that's the assumption. Correct. So in that assumption, we are not trusting each other. Then that's a big problem. Now, here comes the solution. Why not we use a technology kind of blockchain? So again, you are going to technical. No, I'll not go. Let me continue the example. So instead, what we agreed, no, we agreed that we will share Google Sheets. How many of you know Google Sheets? It's a shareable Excel file, collaborative Excel file. Correct? No, it's a Google Sheet. So what we'll do, we'll create a Google Sheet. We'll share across all of our mobiles. I mean, everyone will be having access to that particular application, which is Google Sheet. And when I spend something, I'll enter an amount and you agree on that and you will make a record in your Excel. Simple. Okay, I'm sharing a message. I'm entering my data in that particular sheet and you are seeing that message. And once you are agreeing, you are noting down in your copy. Make sense? So this is the way we are making an expense sheet, which is sharing across all of our mobiles. I mean, all of us. And then we are agreeing on that particular record or a transaction. Correct? This is what we agreed to do. And let me tell you, how many of you use this Splitwise application? Splitwise. Did anyone of you use Splitwise? It's just expense sharing application, mobile application. Oh, no one used? Okay, I recommend you to try this. It just works like this. I'll install in my mobile. You all will install. Okay, I'll add your Gmail IDs to that. Once I pass an accounting entry, no, or an expense, no, you all will be able to see. Prem paid to Aditya Rupanshi. Application called Splitwise. So the same application, once information is being entered, no, it is getting shared to all the computers who are hosting that particular network. Okay, so similar to the Google Sheets, blockchain is using a concept called distributed ledger technology. And when you hear what exactly is this distributed ledger technology, it means that a single copy of data is getting shared to all the participants in the network. Make sense? Yeah. So that's the first thing which blockchain is maintaining, which is distributed ledger technology. Now, how the information is getting validated? The information is pushed to all the people who are participating in this particular vacation, who are participating in this application. So they are the validators who are entering the data, who are acknowledging the data. Yeah. So in blockchain, these are called miners. I'm not sure how many of you have heard this already. Miners. Okay. Now, I told you, we are all maintaining this particular application or Google Sheets in the mobile. In blockchain, that will be computer, which is called node. Okay, nodes. And yeah, no one can delete, I told, no? In blockchain, no one can delete the data. Correct? No? This is what I used. Now, how it is being happened now? Continuing our example, I have made an account, an expense entry, and you all people have seen that and verified that. Now, if I am changing the data now, because I'm the owner of that particular expense, if I'm changing that data now, it will check what is in your copy. Your copy will show a different amount, which is the original amount. Now, the network will erase my data, and your record will be copied in my ledger. Got it? Or do I need to repeat? Yeah. So once I enter the data, the same entry is getting shared to all of you. Now, if I am changing the data, now the network will verify what is the amount in other copies. Since majority of you will be showing a different amount, my manipulation will be erased. So that way, once data is entered into the blockchain, it can never be modified. Okay. And when you say blockchain is decentralized, because you want to trust, no? When you want to trust, you don't want any intermediary, which means that blockchain network should belong to no one. Correct? So here also, no one is the owner. Network, the application or the concept of blockchain is shared across all the people where everyone is the owner. No single party is the owner of that particular database. Got it? Yeah. So did you guys get it, or do I need to repeat?
Sir,
yeah. So blockchain is this. I mean, just to summarize, blockchain is a shared database. Okay, which means that no one is the single owner, and the records are verifiable, which means it gives transparency and trust. It is highly secure because of the encryption mechanism it is using, and it is immutable, which means that the records once entered can never be modified. Got it? Yeah. So that is all about the blockchain. Now, just two features, we can say blockchain is something which can never be corrupted. I think I already told you why it cannot be corrupted, because it will verify what other computers are having a copy. Once majority of the computers showing a different record, it will erase my manipulated record. And hence my copy also will show a true copy. Correct? Thus, it will never allow you to modify anything. Yeah. So that we can say blockchain is something which is cannot be corrupted, which is a decentralized technology. I think I already told you, no one will be the owner. Everyone who is hosting a copy will be the owner. Okay. So that is called decentralization, which is opposite to centralization. Yeah. And security. This is something with respect to hashing or encryption mechanisms. Distributed ledger, again, the same thing. Distributed means that data is not retaining at a single space. Rather, it is being distributed to all the people in the network. Okay. And hence, we can say that data is not storing at a single place. Correct? So that is all about distributed ledger. Faster settlement, of course, with the blockchain, we can get the transactions settled in a matter of seconds, because everyone is using the same copy. Correct? When I say everyone is using the same copy, just let me give an example of banking. Okay, this is something I can relate to cryptos as well. Say I want to transfer an amount to you. I'm in Bahrain. Okay, I'm using a separate bank of, say, Bahrain Bank. You are in India. You are using ICICI Bank. Now, how much time it will take to transfer an amount from my bank to Indian account of your bank? Can I get some response? How much time? Can you simply guess? 1 day, 1 hour, 10 hours? Simply guess and type it something. I'll tell you why blockchain is ensuring faster settlements. I'll justify you the fact. Yeah. Can I get some response? Yes, no? 2 hours. It's Aditya, it's 1 day or 1 hour. 2 hours is fine, but again, it's a long time. 2 hours is also long. Okay, 1 day. That happens sometimes. If it is a holiday, yes, they'll not process. They'll only process on the second day. But now, with the blockchain, how this will be happening in a few seconds is both my bank and your bank will be on the same ledger, same platform, which is blockchain. And when they are on the same platform, the speed. Because my bank is using a separate database, your bank in India is using a separate database. To communicate, they are taking time. As simple as that. But with the blockchain, everything will be on a single ledger, shared ledger, and you can see the transaction speed. Got it? Yeah, thank you. And you know about the essence of why we need to understand blockchain, why we need to have blockchain into applications, and what exactly is the blockchain. Okay, just remember these unique features. It is something which cannot never be corrupted. It is works on decentralized technology where no one is the single owner. It has enhanced security because of its encryption. It is distributed ledger technology where data will never be stored in a single place. And I can now justify this particular point to this particular example of Domino's attack. Can someone tell me why this hack happened? Is it something due to centralized database? Because Domino's will store the data in a single place, which is a centralized database that can be cloud or on-premise database. And once the data is stored at a single location, you know, it is prone to hack because a hacker can target that particular system and get the data. Correct? No? So due to that reason, we are seeing these much hacks. It is only due to the concept of centralization we are seeing all these hacks. Once the database is stored across many millions of places, no one can get the complete data access. Correct? Making sense? I'm just trying to connect the dots so that you'll get a complete picture. Yeah? Got it? Yeah, thank you. Guys, can you give some yes or no so that I can say that what I'm speaking is something you are understanding? I know this is something technical terms, but yes, I'm trying to make it simple. I'll make it very simple. I'll not talk the technical jargon. Okay, thank you guys for the response. Yeah. Now, we'll go to what exactly is cryptocurrency. And then we'll relate both the things up. What is crypto? How it is different from Bitcoin? Blockchain. Okay. So now, since we understand the need for a database, we know that blockchain is something really important. Now, talking about what exactly is cryptocurrency. Now, here comes a question. What comes to your mind when you hear about cryptocurrency? To me, it's Bitcoin. Can I get some response? What comes to your mind when you hear cryptocurrency? Any other tokens do you know or anything? Or some people might say, when I hear cryptocurrency, I remember blockchain. Can I get some responses? Perfect digitalization. Perfect, something risky. Absolutely agreed. Totally agreed. I'll justify this particular thing with volatility. Perfect, modern stock market, because you know a lot of people, especially Indians are investing on this. Agreed. Can I get one more so that I'll continue? Perfect. A lot of things. Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Super. Okay. Quick money. Of course, right? 10x, 20x, 1000x. Okay. Fine. Yes. At a limited investment. Correct. That also I'll agree. Okay. So this is the basic idea that we have on cryptocurrencies. Now, let us try to decode technically what exactly is cryptocurrency. Okay. So as we all know, cryptocurrency is something in a digital form, which means that it doesn't have a fiat currency, like a physical presence, just like a 10 rupee note, 20 rupee note, or 500 rupee note. Correct? So we all know that this is a digital asset which is decentralized. Okay, which is working on encryption techniques, which is blockchain based. Let me remove this. Yeah, which is blockchain based again. So from this, what we are getting? So cryptocurrency is something. It's a currency which is working on the blockchain, having all the features of blockchain. So how we can say it is decentralized? Well, a true cryptocurrency will never be released by a single party, a single association. It is completely decentralized where no one can have control on its supply. That's the core concept of cryptocurrency. But again, there are other concepts of cryptocurrency where you can see that it is being issued by the central authority. Okay, that's an exception. That's the other case. But talking about the core cryptocurrency, so just to put it in a simple way, it is something which is a digital currency. Okay, but that is working on decentralized technology. That is working on encryption techniques, just like the blockchain is following. That is working on the top of blockchain. So cryptocurrency is nothing but a blockchain-based currency. Okay, and the entire ecosystem is working on a blockchain-based system. Okay, so that's the three qualities which a cryptocurrency will be having. The core qualities. There are certain other qualities also which a cryptocurrency should have. I'll discuss with you right here. Well, a cryptocurrency is something which is universally accepted. Correct? No, Bitcoin is designed for that purpose only. Why to have USD? Why to have INR? Why to in UAE, Dubai? So why to have all these currencies and spend a lot of time on conversion? Can't we have a single currency which is decentralized, which no single country is giving, but it is having universal acceptance? And there comes the concept called Bitcoin. So a cryptocurrency is something which is universally accepted, which is supposed to be universally accepted. Okay. And again, a loss of the country comes into picture, but the quality of a cryptocurrency is something that it should be universally accepted. Yeah. It is divisible. So what is divisible? Just like you have 1 rupee, say 100 paisa. So there are certain cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, which is having decimals also. I can say 1 Bitcoin is equal to 10 power 18 Satoshis, 18 decimals. Okay. Just like 1 rupee is equal to 100 paisa, we have Bitcoin, which is divisible into 18 parts, which is Satoshis. Okay. And the more core reason for cryptocurrency is to be transparent. Yeah. So those are some of the features of a cryptocurrency, and this is something you need to visualize when you hear of that particular term called cryptocurrency. Now, just to summarize the meaning, or in a better way, what exactly is cryptocurrency? It is nothing but a simply virtual money. By this time, someone can ask me, sir, we already have some money in our bank accounts, which we can say it's a digital currency or a virtual currency. Correct? It's not in a paper form. What is the difference between cryptocurrency? Well, in the next slide, I'm going to answer you the difference between normal currency, cryptocurrency. And before that, let's summarize this particular equation. So cryptocurrency is nothing but a virtual money which is following cryptography algorithms like the hashing mechanisms, which is working on decentralized network. I think by this time you should tell me what is decentralized network. Of course, blockchain. Correct? Now see the symbol. No single person is hosting a network. Rather, a group of people are hosting the network, which is decentralized, which is blockchain. Correct? So cryptocurrency is something which is virtual, which is following the cryptography principles, which is working on a blockchain. Well, so did I add some clarity on cryptos? Great. Can I get some more responses? Thank you. Some more, at least 2 more. Thank you, Aditya. Okay. Okay. This keeps you motivated, like, okay, people are getting something, whatever I'm speaking. Okay. So that's called a cryptocurrency. Yeah. Now, to add more to our clarity, let's decipher what exactly is fiat currency, which is our routine currency, versus crypto. Now, here comes the first question. Who issues the currency? Okay. First, let us answer who issues the currency. You all will tell me, sir, it's RBI. If it is US, it is Fed. Okay. Like that, each economy is having their own bank, their own authority, World Bank or Bank of Australia or whatever. They are giving the currencies. Correct. But here in case of cryptocurrencies, no one will be issuing. Rather, a network of computers will be running this particular thing. Oh, what I heard is, what is that I heard? A network of computers will be issuing these cryptos. Okay. So time being, park it aside. I'll justify the statement with the subsequent slide, where I'll discuss with you how Bitcoin is created, how new cryptocurrency, new Bitcoins are getting released, so that you'll get a clarity. Okay. So for the time being, no one is issuing the currency. No single person is issuing the currency. Rather, it's the network of computers or simply software that is issuing these cryptocurrencies. Perfect. Okay. Next, how it is deriving the value, how the cryptocurrency determines the value. Whether someone will say that, oh, this is the cryptocurrency I launched, this is the value for it. No, it starts with the 0 and the all-time high, it goes with the demand and supply, just like anything. Okay. Whereas in fiat currency, our government defined this value is 10 rupees, this value is 20 rupees. And for $1, it is equal to 75 rupees. Correct. It is determined by the macroeconomic policies and the banks. But whereas in cryptocurrency, the value is determined by simple supply and demand. Perfect. Now, how it is secured? Talking about our currency, how it is secured? It is being in banks and they're just protecting it, nothing else. Correct. But whereas in cryptocurrency, it is secured by a network of computers using hash mechanism. I told you, the secure mechanism, which is hashing. Using that, this particular cryptocurrency is secured. Okay. Again, if you see, no person is taking the responsibility. It's all done by a network of computers, a group of computers. Okay. And are they physical? You know the answer. I need not tell you. In case of other currency, we have yes. Whereas in cryptos, absolutely no. And can we buy things with it? Yes. If you talk about crypto, normal currency, hardly you can do in India. Maybe in Nepal it is accepted, but in US you can't go unless you exchange your currency. You can't trade it. You can't buy something. Whereas in cryptocurrency, go anywhere, spend something, spend in Bitcoins, your purchase will be getting done. Of course, conditions apply, depends on the state policies or the country policies. Okay, so these are the limited comparisons when we speak about cryptocurrency with normal currency. Well, now let's go to the subsequent agenda. Why we need the advantages that it is going to bring in, so that we'll get justified on why entire economy is talking about cryptos. Okay, so here comes a list of items. Maybe I'll briefly read it out so that you can ask your doubts or add your views on this. Yeah, the first advantage of crypto is that it eliminates third parties. So how is it? You know, this is something which is controlled by the network of network of computers, no single party, and hence we don't have any transaction fees. We don't need to believe any third party. If you want to send me the money directly from your wallet to my wallet. That's it. It will never go to any bank. From there, it will never go to any exchange. From there, it will go to my bank. No. Same example. I was in Bahrain. You are in India. I'm sending amount. It will come straight to your account. No third parties, no exchanges, no payment gateways, or no nothing. Yeah. So that way, the cryptocurrencies are something which are born to eliminate third parties. Okay. The next one, highly secure. Sir, what is this? No one can steal your cryptocurrency unless you show them your private key. Whereas in a banks, I mean, just to give you an example of bank, someone can steal my user ID password. How? If they target my bank server, which is centralized, they can get my user data just like the Domino's hack. They can get the details, they can get it hacked. They can transfer the money just like the way you are seeing in the movies. A hero will be sitting in front of villain and saying that your bank account is getting transferred. Amount will be dispersed, gone. Your bank account is zero. Everything is possible in central bank, whereas in cryptos, that sort of things is not possible. Of course, there are certain technologies, certain hacks which are actually happening due to the loopholes of those smart contracts. That's a different thing. But the quality of crypto is something which is highly secure. Okay. And I'm just telling these things because someone will ask me, sir, what is this you are telling me? There is a hack. Yes, there are extraordinary situations that can happen, but normally cryptos are highly secure than the fiat currency. Okay. Anonymity. Sir, what is this? You know the basic meaning, right? Anonymity, which is something like no one can trace you. And that is the reason why countries are not legalizing it. If you are transferring me a Bitcoin, no one will know who are you, who am I. But they know that, okay, some amount has been transferred, but who is behind it, either you or me, no one comes to know. And that's the reason why Bitcoins are being used for illicit purposes, illegal purposes, terrorist financing, money laundering, correct? So that's the reason why cryptos are not legalized yet, because every country is thinking about this. What if I legalize? Tomorrow, my money, I mean, intentionally, people who are within the country can finance some terrorists using Bitcoins, because they know that whatever amount they transfer, only that will belong, not the parties who made the transfer. But in the banking example, if I transfer certain amount to your bank account, HDFC, mine is SBI, definitely the parties comes to know, because my bank account is done KYC with me. Your bank account has done KYC with you. They all have all the proofs. If I say your account number, they'll tell me this is the person. Katam. But whereas in cryptos, this is not something really possible. And due to that, people are still in a not in a comfortable position to accept, to legalize it. Okay. Quick transfers. I think I already told you, talking the blockchain example. In cryptocurrency, we all will be in a single database, which is the blockchain, and hence, you know, the transfer speed. Okay, and less fees. Sir, what is this less fees? Just know it's the trend-based cryptocurrencies, which are zero fees, or very, very. You transfer anywhere from India to anywhere of the country, any part of the country, any part of the world, your transaction fees is $0.01. That is something cryptocurrencies are offering. We'll speak about all those fun facts in a little while. Okay, and irreversible transactions, which means if I transfer something to you, I can never get it back. Whereas in a normal banking channels, I can get it. I will speak to your bank saying that I just transferred by overlooking. I don't really intend to transfer you. By mistake, I have transferred you. Please get it my money. I can get it. Correct? Correct? No. If the facts are proven, your bank will make a debit from your account without your intervention, and I'll get my money back. But with Bitcoin or with cryptocurrencies, no such irreversibility. And at this point, I want you guys to recollect the blockchain point of immutability. The same thing. Once the data is entered, once the transaction is done, no one can modify. Okay. So that's where if it is cryptocurrencies, it is irreversible. If it is blockchain data, it is immutable. Got it? Well, last fact, of course, global acceptance. That's the reason why cryptos are invented or created. Okay. So I think with that, we covered 50% of the session. So I just want to get some things. Yes, you're getting it, or it is something I'm speaking more technical. Just a quick feedback. Just it is yes, you can simply type yes. Okay, so in the next, we are going to see disadvantages. Till now, we have spoken a lot about this is great, so and so great, that is super, this is awesome. Let us see some disadvantages as well. Okay, super. Thank you, Satak and Srishti. Thanks for that. This helped me a lot. Okay, yeah, this keeps me motivated. Okay, now disadvantages. Okay, it's time to decode this also. When I say this anonymity, I mean, whenever you are transacting, no, it's anonymous. I told no this point where you will not be known to the public. No one can catch you. Who is the person who has done the transaction? Correct, no? But it's not the 100% case. It is pseudo anonymous, which means that if you share this particular wallet to me, stating that this is my wallet, you are caught. Correct, no? You are disclosing your identity, stating that this is my ID. If you are personally showcasing that, you will be known to the public. So that is where comes the word called pseudo anonymous, which means that it's not completely anonymous. But there are certain coins. Remember the word Monero. It's a cryptocurrency. If you do a transaction with Monero, you'll never be caught. But if you do with Bitcoin, you'll never be caught. But again, there are certain conditions. What if you specify to the world that this is my wallet? That time your identity is known. If people see your wallet address, they know who is the person because you already announced it. So that's called pseudo anonymous. That's one of the disadvantages from the investor point of view. Yes, they want this sort of clarity, this sort of transparency. But as an investor, this is something not giving you privacy, completely privacy. Okay. The next thing, volatility. I think someone already mentioned. I think someone has already mentioned the comment previously when I asked what is coming to your mind. Something risky. Why risky? Volatility. You know, a coin like Dogecoin. Today it is $0.2. Tomorrow it will be 0.7. Or after some tweet from Elon Musk, I'll speak a lot about that. After a tweet from so and so Elon Musk, you can see 35% up, 50% up in a single 5-minute time. Again, tomorrow, again back to normal, $0.01, $0.2, $0.3. So no one can control the price. Unlike the stock markets, which will have a regulation like the stock exchange, here we don't have 24/7 market. Anyway, this is something I'm going to talk on the investment perspective. But yes, cryptos are highly volatile. It can be a 0 tomorrow. It can be a 10,000, 100x, 1000x, 1 lakh x tomorrow. No one can guarantee you. A single tweet, a single news can take you that level. And a similar speed, the value also will be decreased. So such a volatility is there in Bitcoins or any sort of cryptocurrencies for that matter. And hence, many countries are not legalizing it as a currency. Okay, so that's what about volatility. And the disadvantage is Silk Road use cases. So what is for illegal purposes? I want to buy a gun. I want to buy some drugs. I want to pay you for hacking some database. I'll use the Silk Road. It's a marketplace. Okay, so you can see till now also lot of amounts are being cryptos are being used for those transactions because everyone wants to stay anonymous, right? If I'm doing some wrong thing, why I'll be sharing my identity? But I should get the work done and I should pay you not in a legal way, in an anonymous way where I have the market called dark web or Silk Road use cases. I mean Silk Road market. Yeah. So that is where these cryptocurrencies are being used, and hence we can say it as a disadvantage. And you know, already know no regulation on this. Even in India also, what is going to happen is not something very clear. Yeah, till date they have never made it as legal, and also given some of the instances or some of the new, I can say, orders to do not support these crypto transactions to the banks. Correct. In fact, if you remember, or some of you might be dealing with, 3 months back, we don't have any support from SBI or ICICI for that matter, any banks for that matter, where I can see my amount in the wallet, I can never withdraw. I can never recharge my crypto wallet because the banks have started stopped the support, right? So that way we don't have a legality. And if you invest something in crypto, if you tomorrow the value is 0, you'll never give given any police protection or any sort of judicial support for that matter because you are investing on a thing which is unregulated. Make sense? Next, Irrevocability. Sir, you told this as an advantage here. Why you're telling us a disadvantage? What if I transfer by overlook? I can never get my money back. That's a disadvantage, right? From an investor perspective, correct? So that comes the concept called irrevocability, which is one side a disadvantage from one angle. Okay. Now, what is this losing keys? What are keys? It's a private key. You know, private key is something which enables you to access your wallet. Okay. So if you lose it, whom you will ask? There's no authority, right? I already told you there is no bank. There is no single person who is responsible for your wallet. So if you lose, your currency is lost. And just to add a fun fact here, out of 21 million Bitcoins, I mean, I can say 18 million are there in circulation because it's on the internet. In the internet, you can create anything you want. Whether that is having a valid use case, that's a secondary, but you can create. So that only you have 12,000 use cases, 12,000 cryptocurrencies, sorry. Yeah. And next question, what is the prediction value of Dogecoin and Bitcoin 10 years and profit percentage? It's again subjective. Dogecoin, you can say it's extremely volatile. If Elon Musk says that this is something I'm going to use it for my SpaceX, if he's coming out with a valid use case, it will be minimum to minimum $100. As of now, you can see 0.2. If other way, if he's saying that if he's not using that particular project because he came across a new cryptocurrency which is having a better use case, the value will be 0. And Bitcoin, it's not my view, but the experts view that it is something which has a potential to reach $1 lakh, which is as of now $65,000. I mean $42,000. No, it has a potential to reach 1 lakh. But again, pros and cons are there, positive views, negative views are there, but it has that capability because of that limited supply and all. Yeah. Srishti, thanks for the question. And the question is, what are NFTs and how the value is decided? In fact, I have a slide. In the interest of time, I have not opened that. Yeah, just to tell you, NFTs is nothing but non-fungible tokens. Yeah, let me give an example. I am an artist. I can draw a picture. Yeah, and you know, when I say I'm an artist, no one can draw same like me. Maybe they can draw more excellent than me or bad than me, but no one can replace my art. Correct? No, exactly. Ditto to ditto, no one can do. Picasso, the art has a value. No one can replace that. Correct? That can be again music also. If someone is singing a song, no one can sing exactly the same pitch, same tone, same. That uniqueness will be there to that particular product, right? That can be an art, that can be a song, that can be music, that can be anything. So why not we can sell these unique things in the market on the blockchain? And hence comes the concept called NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens. When you say non-fungible, which means that you will have only one copy. You will never have a different copy of the same token, same art, same music. Correct? So that's the concept called NFTs. And how the value is decided, very, very, very subjective. I'll show you a painting and say that this is 1,000, but according to you, this is 1 lakh. According to one, it's 0 because he doesn't interested in paintings at all. So the value is corely dependent on the people, not on any other thing. It's subjective. If I'm coming to you and saying that should be this is my NFT, this is the painting, I just want to gift it to you, what is the price you will pay? If you are interested in painting, you will say 1 lakh. If you are someone who is interested in music, dancing, I'll pay, you will say it's 0. Correct? So that's the value, and that's the mode these NFTs are NFTs are getting value derived. And next, which crypto is best for beginner? It's not a single one. I can say there are a lot of things like even I would say Dogecoin is something which you can invest because the value is less, and if you invest some 5,000, you can see a big quantity of tokens that you can get. And also, I mean, if you're an investor who are not risk averse, I'll recommend to invest only on the top 10 or the top 20 coins, not on something you have known for the first time. Because of course, if you lose for the first time, that experience will never make you to enter into the market once again. So as a beginner, invest in a cryptocurrency which is having a best use case, and that too the top 10, top 20. Fine, thank you, Ash, for the question. And Vaibhav, have you awesome question, Vaibhav, and definitely yes. Unless we lose, we'll not end. I think that's something which is in stock markets also. If you are a beginner, more chances are there that we'll use. Even just to tell you the facts, 95% of the people will lose because of their greed. Because you see, if I invest 1,000 today, I can see 2,000 tomorrow, with the hope that I'll see 2,500 I'll retain. After I sleep, I woke up, I'll see 100 or 200 because the market is 24/7. And coming to the loss, I can say when there is a huge dump, I think in April 2021, there is a huge dump where Bitcoin has came from 65,000 to 30,000. During that time, I almost lost 80% of my investment, okay, across say 10 coins. But it is due to one coin pumping, I have regained completely. Again, break even point. Yeah, so diversification is very much required. And in cryptos, if any one token is rising, you will earn 5x, 10x, 20x, which will smash off all your losses till date. Okay, so I hope that answered. And as of now, I can say I haven't incurred any realized loss. Maybe I'm holding in a minus position, but I'm just holding. Yeah, yeah, the loss is never still holding, even though it's an unrealized loss. How are cryptocurrency transactions recorded? Yes, they are recorded on the top of blockchain. Well, so yeah, by all these network of computers, they will be recording on real-time basis on these networks, where every computer will be having a copy of your transaction. Well, the answer is blockchain, and it is on a distributed ledger. Which programming language is used in cryptocurrency algorithm? Very well, a relevant and a valid question. It's you can do it with any language. C program. I mean, I'm not the right guy to answer because I'm not from programming or science background, but I can say you can use any of the languages like the Java, Ruby, whatever, Cobalt, or whatever. You can use anything. Only thing is that how securely you are building the algorithm matters, not the language. Well, and just to add on the technical point, if you want to create a smart contract, Solidity is the programming language. Okay, so smart contracts can be written with Solidity, but building a blockchain, it can happen with any programming language for that matter. The important point is the algorithm, not the language you are writing into. Just like the essay writing, you can use any language. It should be content. It should be quality content. Yeah. Thank you, Srishti. And Manisha answered. Are cryptocurrency transactions safe? It depends on the exchange. It depends on the project you are choosing. It depends. The safest factor, security factor, depends on that. Overall, they are safe. If our time is bad, like we choose the wrong network, wrong project, our tokens will be lost forever. Okay. Yeah, hold. Vaibhav, correct. I'm a hodler. Okay. And Sachin, thank you, Srishti. Great. Thank you, Manisha. Guys, I think I might have taken a bit longer time, but pardon me. Maybe, I mean, the fact is that Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are two in-depth topics. If you merge both the things, of course, the sessions goes like this. Thank you. Thank you, Saransh. Yeah. So, guys, any more questions, or did I miss some question? You can retype it. And I'm opening the floor to the hostess. Yeah.
Thank you, Premchand sir, for having a wonderful session. So far, we are done with the Q&A round. We can see the enthusiasm of our attendees. So thank you, sir, for clearing all the doubts.
Thank you.
Now it's a quiz time. To test your knowledge and have fun, we have a quiz round for you all. The attendees who will be participating in the quiz will require to fill the feedback form to get the certificates. Kindly click on the link which is shared in the chat box and then sign in and you may start the quiz. There will be six questions and each question has 60 seconds. I request Harshit to present his screen for scoreboard. Guys joining fast, we are waiting for 1 minute. Harshit, please start the say. Congratulations, Shubham Mishra, and all the winners.
with this, we come to an end of the session. Hope to have more such informative sessions in the future. We also thank all the teachers that joined us and graced us. We thank you, Premchand sir, for informing us so well. Thank you everyone for being such a great audience. A kind reminder to fill the feedback form. The link is in the chat box, or you may also scan this QR code. Also follow us on our social media accounts for more such insightful events. Let me share the screen for the QR code. Yeah, this is the QR code for the feedback link. And please follow us on the social media accounts. Hope to see you all soon in another great session. Stay safe. Thank you so much.
Thank you all for attending, and it was, I mean, I didn't expect that this session will be carrying today, I mean, due to some other issues that come into my schedules, but yes, I'm very glad. I'm with a happy smile ending my day. Awesome. And stay connected, I mean, in the LinkedIn, where you can share our thoughts, or if at all you want to have some questions on any other technology terms or any other technology, not only this, so that I can meet up some of the people in that particular relevant area and can give you some valuable insights, whatever I can. Yeah. Thank you, Srishti. And let's all stay connected so that in future we might get, I mean, the help is required. Maybe I might need your help or you might need my help. That will be solved. Yeah. Great.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Wish to meet you again with some other topic. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Thank you.